Nice to be back.
I
Feel like I haven't seen you since we last recorded, really.
Yeah, we haven't really, have we?
No.
I mean, we've talked on the phone and stuff, but that's not really the same.
It's not the same, is it? Yeah. So we were supposed to record this yesterday, weren't we?
Yeah,
but I
but
didn't get back till
stupid clock.
about 3 o'clock in the morning. I think it was 2:30, 3 o'clock. By the time I fell asleep, God knows when. And then when I woke up at like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
So I wasn't.
you were in bed.
I wasn't much use to anyone yesterday, was I?
You were still half asleep.
Yeah, I was, and I felt like delirious. I couldn't tell a story or string a sentence together. But I've managed to have a bit of sleep and then have a nap. So we're hoping. So this is like, we're recording this at like 3 o'clock on Monday, and I've got to get it out today. So that's going to be an interesting test, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we'll see how we get on. But it's nice to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to see you as well.
So yeah, obviously I've been away.
Yeah.
That was nice. It was weird because I was on my own, obviously.
Yeah.
There was moments where it was a bit sort of, I don't know, the worst moments were kind of like when I was getting ready to go out for tea, and I'd be sitting on the balcony before I went out, just to have like half an hour or whatever to myself, and I'd usually have a couple of beers. Yeah. And I'd always find getting out of the room then was the hardest part. So I was always a bit nervous being on my own going out. But once I was out, it was great. I was very drunk coming home because I don't like flying anyway, do I?
No.
But then as well as that, like I had to be out in my room by 11, so I think I checked out at like 10. And then you could leave your case with them, but then I didn't get picked up till 5 o'clock. So I had like a 7-hour day basically to where I didn't have a room. So I went by the pool and that for a bit. And then when it got to probably about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I was like, you know what, I'm going home later. I'm just going to have a drink. And that turned into many drinks to the point where I was lying by the pool at one point with a cocktail called Sex on the Beach.
Oh yeah.
And I thought I'd taken ages to drink it, and then when I went back in to get another one, the woman behind the bar was like, "You've only just been here, haven't you?" I was like, "Have I?" I had no idea. In my head it was like half an hour, 40 minutes or something, probably about 5 minutes. And then I had to sit inside for a bit because the heat was just ruining me. So I don't sleep very well when I'm abroad either. So like when I've come home, it's all hit me that I haven't slept well for a week, and I've obviously drunk every night. So it was a bit like, oh, yesterday. Still feel all over the place, to be fair. But so I got very drunk yesterday. No.
The other day.
Friday. No. Fucking day, is it? It's Monday, isn't it? I got very drunk on Saturday. And then I even had a couple of cans on the coach from the hotel to the airport. And then when I was checked in, I had another drink. And when I was on the plane, I bought 3 beers. Because there's a deal on the planes where it's like $13.50 for 3 cans or something, which is outrageous expensive. But when you just end up buying 3 because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
I drank all 3 of them well too quick. Then I ordered another 3. And then
Jesus.
I fell asleep before I drank them all. And there was a woman and a man next to me. I paid for like an extra legroom seat, but there was a woman and a man next to me, and like my beers just fell off my tray table because I fell asleep. They had to like pick them up for me and stuff. When I woke up, they were telling me, and I was just like, oh no. But
so basically, you did a me when you drank too quick.
Yeah, I did, and I did it for like 6 hours. I was drinking too quick like all day.
I think I did that, didn't I?
Yeah, definitely. And then I got picked up at the airport. The guy who picked me up came and met me in the airport, which was good, so I didn't have to like look for him or anything. He was like, just stand by the Starbucks and I'll come and get you from there. So that wasn't too bad. And then in the taxi on the way home, I was just like staring out the window the whole time. It's only like a 55-minute drive or something, but it was stupid o'clock in the morning. I'd been asleep for like 2 hours on the plane, drunk. So I was like kind of hungover, kind of still drunk. Just like That was the toast.
If you read the letterbox, we do apologise about that.
Oh, and then, so I told you a little bit yesterday, didn't I, that the food weren't great for the veggie.
Yeah.
So when it was...
Yeah, because there wasn't that many options, was there?
No, it was a bit shit. So one night I was like, I wanted a pizza. So I was like, I'm going to go out and get a pizza. So I went to this little terrace bar and I ordered it. And I was like, oh, sit outside because it was like 6 o'clock and it was still quite nice.
Mm.
I'm sat on this like terrace. And it's quite windy anyway, but I thought, oh, I'm not too bothered because it's not like the wind was cold. It's not like, yeah, it's just warm air. You know what I mean? So you can still sit out. And before my pizza came out, there was a pigeon sitting on the table. So it was like, the table was like this, probably this exact height and size. And then there was a chair either side of the table, but facing each other. So they we're facing each other, but the chairs facing outwards. The chairs were facing. So I'm sitting on this one, and this pigeon just drops onto the chair on the other side. And I'm terrified of pigeons anyway.
You're not the only one.
And then, but it kept like looking at me, and then it jumped on the table, and I was like, oh my god, this pigeon. No, essentially. And then it was like looking at me, and then it would look away, and then it flew off. I thought, great, it's gone. And then my pizza came out.
It come back.
I come back, so it was back on the chair. But it was like, it was quite clearly trying to stare me out, I think.
For a bit of your pizza.
Yeah, for my pizza. And then there was a couple sitting like on a table here, who were like, oh, we just want a bit of your pizza, you know, joking around and that. And I'm like, I think I might have to fight this pigeon. I think I'm going to have to fight this pigeon for your pizza. And they were like, why don't you just give it a bit? I was like, I'm not giving it my pizza. It won't go away then. So they were like dead nice, obviously. They mustn't have been scared of pigeons.
Otherwise you were absolutely terrified.
Yeah, and I'm like that, sitting there trying not to like, I didn't want to pick food up and then have to like bat a pigeon away. So I was just sort of like kept going for a bit and then seeing if it'd fly away. And then the woman from that really nice couple, who was quite clearly a better human than me, broke some crisps up and started feeding it, so it left me alone. But I think she was a bit shocked by the fact that I'd been like, I think I'm going to have to knock this pigeon out when she spoke to me. So they were like, oh, you know, trying to just make a joke about this pigeon just wants to be a mate and want some pizza. And I'm like, I'm going to chin this pigeon. And they just looked at me like...
like you've got 2 hours.
Yeah, I was like, no, would you not? You wouldn't chin the pigeon. What would you do? And she was like, just give it some crisps. I was like, no, my food. I haven't eaten all week properly. I've waited for this pizza. I don't like pigeons.
You like Jerry from Friends because he doesn't share food.
Yeah, Joey doesn't share food. Yeah, that is true.
That's our Ben.
That is our Ben. Yeah, that's not our Ben more than me.
I think I'm a bit on the
I don't know. You'll share with the dog, and to be fair, sometimes me and Ben just take food off your plate. We don't
Ben used to before I went veggie. Ben always used to steal like if I had like
chicken nuggets or something.
Yeah, he always used to take one. It always annoyed me.
We didn't give you a choice though, did we? We just...
No.
I went out twice on the first night.
Oh, did you?
Did I tell you that?
No.
Yeah, so I got there, obviously like Monday, daytime, and Everton played at 5:30. So essentially just chucked all my stuff in my room. Got like, put fresh clothes on. Might have got a shower, can't remember, I was drunk. And went out to watch the footy. But I've been drinking since... What time? Well, I must have got to the airport at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
No, that's when you got picked up at like... Didn't you get picked up at like 6:30?
Oh yeah, so say 8 o'clock then. But when I was in the airport, I was just started drinking. And that was like, say, 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning then, so it was still dead early. And the Everton game kicked off at 5:30. And I've pretty much drank all day.
Yeah.
Until then. But I just went out and thought, I'll go and sit and watch the footy and then see how I feel. So I get to this I googled sports bar, just to like one that would have the match on. And there was one that was 11 minutes away, so I just walked to that. Because I was drunk, I didn't like take in my surroundings too much. And it turned out the next morning I found out that there was 2 bars that were like meters away from my hotel, so I didn't have to walk anywhere. Could have just gone... What I could have done was walked out of the hotel and just carried on going straight over the road, and there was an Irish pub there that would have had the footy on.
And yeah, you walked like...
I
You know,
walked like quite far away, yeah. And then there was another one that was like on the corner of the same road that the hotel was on. So there was literally 2 bars, but I just went for this walk instead for some reason. So I get to this sports bar. I ordered a pint, and then I was like waiting for the game to kick off. And it was Everton were playing Brighton, so kind of half interested in it because I know I've been an Everton fan. You know what I mean? And I sat down, I got a beer, and I was sat next to, well, not next to, but they were like close, this lad and his girlfriend who were quite young, early 20s. And he was a Brighton fan. So I got talking to them a bit. And I was probably, you know, when like you're drunk and you're just over. You'll just be anyone's mate, essentially. That's what I was doing. It's just pure, like, we're Bezos, us, aren't we? You know what I mean?
It reminds me of our Ben when he was talking to me now. I mean, they were both drunk, like.
Oh, they were talking Band of Brothers in World War II and that,
Yeah.
weren't they? And we were standing in the kitchen.
We could hear them from,
and we could hear them, like, from miles away.
It was funny. I mean, I think that's the only time I've ever seen Nathan drunk.
Ben's like that. I've told you about it, so this is completely off topic. I'll try and remember where we were up to. We were talking about the Brighton game.
Yeah.
So, this was a few years ago. Me and Ben went to the Libertines concert in Manchester with one of our mates, Lewis. And obviously we were all having drinks. It was just like 3 lads going to watch a concert. That's what you do, innit? But Ben was hammered, like before the concert started. And we were sat next to, so me and Ben were sat together, and then Lewis bought a ticket late, and he just had to sit wherever he could get his ticket. So me and Ben were sat next to each other. I was on the end seat of the row. Ben was on the seat next to that. So there was like a group of lads on the inside of our bed, essentially. They were dead sound, they were nice lads. We were like having a bit of banter with them before and that, and just chatting about the gig. But then obviously our Ben's hammered, and he's bought like, because when you go to watch a concert, if you drink, you tend to buy more than one drink when you go to the bar, so you don't have to go to the bar all the time. So I think we bought like 2 beers each, but they were big. They were like 2 pints. Pints, do you know what I mean?
Like the one you were drinking.
A hot water, yeah. So he's drank them too quick as well, so he's fucked at this point.
Oh, God.
And we were just talking obviously we were at a Libertines concert, so we were talking about music. And our Ben just starts like prodding this lad on the knee. Hey. Hey. And he's like next to him. And the lad's like, what? And he weren't like annoyed by him, he was just laughing at him. And our Ben's like, hey. What was your first album? I'm like, what are you doing, man? Why are you shouting stuff at strangers next to us? And he's just like, mine was, oh no, I shouldn't say this. I think it was like Britney Spears or something. This lad said something like Oasis, like Definitely Maybe or something, which is like obviously a decent album. It was Oasis.
Britney
and
Spears.
Ben's like, I think mine was Britney Spears, and I'm like, Ben, just stop talking. Just stop talking. You know what I mean? But he was, so that was, he was ruined, and it was funny, but it was also like
annoying at the same time.
Yeah. And then later that night, we went out again. I don't know where this come from, but it was quite funny story anyway. So Ben's done that at the concert. So as soon as we get out of the gig, I'm telling Lewis, oh, Ben was a fucking nightmare, you know, because he was just tapping strangers and whatever. And then we get out, and I'm quite known for doing this. I fall asleep just anywhere once I'm drunk, and I quite often fall asleep standing up. So I can't. We were in Printworks in Manchester somewhere, and I fell asleep standing with a beer, just like that. But I didn't spill any because I'm a pro, and I just sort of went, carried on drinking. But Lewis has seen all that, and then our Ben's already been a nightmare. And Lewis is like, why do I come out with you? She's a pair of fucking, like, can't have a drink to save your lives or nothing. So we were like, oh, you know, whatever. Then the next morning, we were getting a taxi back to the train station in Manchester to come back to Liverpool and then bed. And in the taxi, Lewis has obviously been giving it the big one the night before. Used to, can't drink, blah, blah, blah. Fucking pair of nightmares or whatever. I've had it like as if these like the knight in shining armour, and he's had a dead difficult time. Halfway through the taxi journey, Lewis is like, pull the taxi over. So it was like a black cab. This taxi pulls over. Lewis just opens the door and just throws up immediately. So we had to get out and walk to the train station from there because Lewis couldn't be in the taxi. I was like, you were giving it all that last night, and now look at you. We've had to walk to the train station all hungover because you can't fucking hold your sick in for 5 minutes.
Oh.
I don't know where that one came from, but yeah, we were talking about Brighton.
Yeah.
So I was talking to this couple, and they were lovely, dead nice, but I was probably being a bit like, I wasn't being like rude to them or anything,
Like
but
a bit like over the top.
but I was obviously on my own, and they were a couple, and they probably just wanted to have a nice time together, and he was watching the footy. So they're probably thinking, can't wait for him to fucking shut up. You know what I mean? But I didn't. And then I bought a jug of sangria. And why I bought a jug when I was already as drunk as I was, I've got no idea. I remember drinking a bit of it. I didn't see any of the match. The match was on.
But you didn't see any
I didn't
of it.
see any of it. But Everton we won like 5-1 or something as well, so it was a dead good game to watch. This Brighton fan wouldn't have been happy with that score. But so I've apparently, can't even remember when I left, but I'd reckon I was gone by half time. I bought this jug of sangria. I couldn't drink it all. I was trying to give it to this couple, and then I think I went back to the hotel and went to bed for a bit. And then I woke up and it was only like 9 o'clock. So I just went back out. I went to the Irish bar over the road that I had now realised was there.
Yeah.
And they had a singer on. So I just sat in there and got hammered again. So I got drunk like twice in the same night. It was great. And then the second night I went back into that Irish bar. And I was actually going to leave about 10:30 and just get an earlier night. Because I don't sleep well, like I've mentioned already. I don't sleep well on holiday anyway. And I wasn't drunk, but I was like, I could probably go to bed now. So I'm just going to see if I can get a decent kip. And then the guy who was singing started singing an R.E.M. song that me and Mum really like. So I phoned Mum. I was like, listen to this, what he's just started playing, and then ended up staying out till 1:30. I lost my room key that night as well. So, but I must have lost it in my room because I was in my room and I couldn't find my key. You know what I mean? So I had to go down to reception, and I'm hungover. I felt a bit shite. I've had to go down to reception and say to them, like, I'm really sorry, but I've lost my room key. It must be in my room because I got in, but I've had to just leave and I don't know where it is. And she goes, you've lost your room key? You'll have to sleep in the reception with us then. But she said it like so straight-faced. And I'm like hungover and a bit like apprehensive and awkward because you know what I'm like socially, like fuck.
Yeah.
And then she just goes, like, and she's obviously taking the piss, and I was like, I'm really sorry.
They didn't say that high pitched, did you?
It did come out like really high pitched, yeah. So she took the piss out of me a bit, which was funny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I was
but
just all awkward
you
and
were hungover.
Yeah. Can't remember. I mean, loads. There was loads of young groups of lads there, which obviously I should have expected, but I didn't. Plan. I didn't think about I'll just change the word I was trying to say because I'm not even sure what that was. I didn't really think about who else was going to be there. But do you know what 110s are? The trainers, the Nike trainers. So there was a group of lads, and I knew they were scouts before I heard them speak.
Yeah.
Because they were by the pool. There was 3 of them by the pool. They're all in swimming shorts and no tops, which is like what everyone obviously is wearing because it's Tenerife. But then they all had black socks on by the pool and 110s, all 3 of them. And I was just like, and in my head, I'm like, use a scouts, defo. Use a defo. And then they started talking to me with scouts. And then one morning, so they played music by the pool anyway. But there's these lads who fucking brought a boombox with them. And they're standing on the balcony. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. I would assume that they hadn't been to bed from the night before. But they were standing on the balcony with this boombox playing like really shitty hardcore.
Oh, jeez.
And one of them's got like a bucket hat on and he's got the boombox on his shoulder and he's like on his balcony.
Oh my God.
And it's dead loud and everyone's like, where the fuck's that coming from? I thought, I'm going for a walk or something. Let's get away from them. I'm walking back through to the hotel bar. And this Scottish woman just looks up and goes, "He's doing my fucking head in." That wasn't Scottish. But they just proper started laughing when I walked past her because he was doing everyone's head in. But yeah, it was a good week anyway. I'm aware that you haven't really spoken there, sorry.
It's okay.
Do you want to have a break now and then we'll talk about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and do the questions, or do you want to?
No, I'll talk about Chitty Chitty Bang
Right,
Bang and then do a
sweet.
break. That wasn't even English.
What day was it you went? Was it Friday?
Yeah, on the Friday I went out with our cousin, her daughter, and our uncle, and
One of his mates was there as well.
yeah, and we went over to the Empire in Liverpool.
Was that where it was, in the Empire?
Yeah, it's lovely there as well.
Yeah, it's a nice venue, I don't know.
Yeah, and there was a show of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It was absolutely packed.
Was it?
As
Was it like a
well.
musical show, I'm guessing, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Because the film's a musical, isn't it?
Yeah, the film's a musical, yeah. Anyway, it was really good. Like, I didn't expect to enjoy it, but I did.
I didn't even remember any of the songs from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
You don't even like it anyway.
I hated it when I was younger. Yeah. Is one of them like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang We Love You or something?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Are they all Cockney as well?
Sort of.
Sort of.
Ish.
In my head, it's like proper cheesy Cockney shitty singing.
Yeah, the show was really good. I enjoyed it. There was an interval like towards the end of it as well, you know, like so people could like go to the toilet or
How long was it?
Didn't finish it till like 10.
Didn't it? What time did it start? Like 8?
7:30.
Wow. Long show that, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, it was an absolute nightmare.
It was
Like,
same weekend
coming
as
back.
Eurovision, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, it was an absolute nightmare getting back on the bus.
Was it?
Yeah, it was packed and like all like the
Wait,
older.
hang on, before we get to that bit, did you like sing along and stuff?
I ended up singing along. So
Did you?
so did our Sarah.
Yeah. What was Izzy and her mate like?
I mean, they enjoyed it. They're not like they did enjoy it, but they've already seen it before.
Have they seen it before?
Well, Izzy has anyway. I'm not
Izzy-
sure about
How
her
old
mate.
is Izzy now? 11.
Yeah, her mate's like 12.
Did you feel like well older than them?
Yeah, Izzy looked dead shocked as well when I said I'm nearly 20.
Did she?
Yeah, she was like that.
What was our Sarah singing along as well?
Yeah, she was.
Was she having a drink?
No,
Oh,
she
didn't
didn't
she?
drink. No.
But she was just getting into it.
Yeah, she was.
Nice. Sorry, go on. So you were coming home.
Oh, it was an absolute nightmare coming back on the bus because it was packed because of Eurovision. All like the older adults and that were shoving the young ones.
Was it like all people from Liverpool, or was it a mix of people from everywhere?
It's like a mix.
So I didn't actually see any of.
It was like a mix of people.
I didn't see any of what they did in Liverpool for Eurovision because obviously I was away.
Yeah, it was just like a mix of people from everywhere.
What did they have on though around? Was there loads of shit on in Liverpool?
Probably, yeah, but I didn't
You didn't see.
really.
You were just walking to the train station or whatever.
Well, we walked into the bus because we got
How'd
the
you get
bus
the
out.
bus?
Yeah, excuse me. But yeah, loads of the older ones were shoving the younger ones, trying to get on the bus before anything. I was like, why not just let the younger ones go on the bus first?
Yeah, people are shit, aren't they?
Yeah, and like it was dead packed anyway, so I ended up nearly having a panic attack on the bus, but I managed to talk myself out of it and calm myself down.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think probably even like 6 months ago, there's no way you'd have been able to do that?
I wouldn't have done it 6 months ago now.
No, you'd definitely just had a panic attack, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So that's a really big step back. Well done.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you got off the bus, alright?
Yeah, I still felt a bit anxious, but not like to the point where I was gonna panic.
How did you get home from there?
Because Sarah parked, you know, the Swan.
In Brenton.
Yeah, Sarah parked outside the Swan, so.
Oh right, so you just got the bus to Liverpool from there.
Yeah, she dropped me off.
No, that's alright, isn't it? So at least when you got off the bus, you were getting a lift home then.
Yeah. But I hated that bus ride home. I hated every single minute
I know,
of
and it's always, when you're anxious and stuff, it feels like it's 10 times as long, doesn't it?
That's what it felt like.
Like it was 2 hours instead of like 20 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's your birthday. What date are we on?
15th.
So it's your birthday like this week, isn't it?
Well, next week.
No, next week, sorry, yeah.
Next Wednesday, yeah.
And when are you going to Manchester?
I think it's towards the end of it.
After?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So you've been to see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang already, haven't you? What are you going to watch next? Greece?
Day
No,
dancing.
Dirty Dancing. I knew it wasn't Greece.
As soon as you said it.
So you've got that to look forward to now, haven't you?
Yeah.
And I've got nothing.
Well, your comedy night.
No, that's true. That's this Thursday as well.
You completely forgot.
But I'm not hosting it this month.
Are you?
Nope. Got an all-female lineup, so I've asked a female comic to host it as well.
Oh wow.
So it's completely. I'll be there obviously because it's my night, but I won't be.
You won't be on stage.
No, she's going to be really, really strange. I've only done it once before. When my mate Alex hosted, she was brilliant, but I'm a bit nervous about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not because of like the lineup or anything, just because I've sort of relinquished my little bit of it and gone, you know what?
Yeah.
Which is definitely the right thing to do as well. Like I
Mm.
feel like having an all-female lineup, then I should have. The right thing to do was for me to go. I should step away from hosting it this month and just do it again. But that's that's on Thursday in Hornblowers in Birkenhead. If anyone wants to come, I'll share something about it on the Twitter as well, which is at Sibling Rival Pod. Should we have a quick break? And then I've got some would you rathers for us to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, see you all shortly.
Bye. Well, we're back.
We are back.
Welcome back to episode 5 of Sibling Rival Pod.
Yeah, good job you mentioned that because we didn't do an intro in the first bit, did we?
No.
I just started going on a mad rant about it already. So yeah, thanks for watching if you're still with us. Episode 5, did you say?
Yeah,
It's mad. It feels mad that. It's gone quick and slow.
Yeah.
Feels like we've done more in a way.
Yeah.
But I was looking forward to doing this today after not doing. I mean, it was only like last week, but I've been away as well.
Yeah. We haven't really seen each other, have we?
No,
So
it was nice to have a little catch up, wasn't it? In this section, got some would you rathers. We'll go through them and then we'll just do a few little admin bits at the end. Yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet. So first one is would you rather give up all drinks except for water, or would you rather give up anything that's cooked in an oven?
all drinks except water.
You don't drink any water though.
Hmm.
That's the difficulty. You have to think like you'd have to give up your cups of tea
Oh no, actually.
and cans of Coke.
No, I couldn't do that actually.
Because you drink quite a lot of tea, don't you?
Yeah.
For me, I would have to give up any other drink apart from water, I think, because the idea of eating food that isn't cooked in an oven forever is a bit grim, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know, actually, I'm a bit stuck there.
Yeah, because you like your cups of tea, but you're also like...
Yeah, because if I don't have a cup of tea, I'll go through caffeine withdrawals, won't I? Sort of.
Maybe. I don't know. It depends. I suppose you do drink a lot of tea, don't you? I've just realised I've not started the time. I should better start that. Yeah, you do drink quite a bit of tea, don't you?
Yeah, everyone's in the family.
Yeah, I don't drink as much tea anymore.
No, you drink more coffee than anything.
A couple of cups of coffee a day, yeah. Normally I have a cut-off point of like 2 o'clock. But I had one later today. Because I had a nap before we started this.
You needed it.
Yeah. So what do you think? I would have to give up any other drink except for water. One, because I drink loads of water anyway. And it would mean I couldn't drink alcohol, which I think would probably be a blessing. So I'd probably struggle without coffee, but I don't think I'd struggle as much as you'd struggle without tea.
Mm.
You've got to pick one now, El.
I'm going to have to go with food that's cooked in the oven.
Oh yeah, and just eat like, what do you even eat?
Pot noodles.
Pot noodles aren't cooked in anything you can cook with a kettle instead. Yeah, so toast you can still have toast.
God.
Yeah, so you could still heat stuff in a microwave as well. So maybe it's doable.
Yeah.
You just have to eat like shitty ready meals and that.
Oh.
Yeah. Saying that, though, you can get some healthy like meals now as well. You can buy like ready-made healthy meals.
Yeah.
So I think you'd maybe.
I just thought because it would be a bit difficult because I'm also a veggie as well, but you can get vegetarian ready meals, can't you? Or vegan ready meals. Oh.
You can.
I shouldn't have done that. That's my bad luck.
So you think you'd give up food cooked in an oven then?
Yeah. Because I couldn't go without a cup
I think
of tea.
Is that the first time we've had different answers? Might be.
Yeah, because I can't go without a cup of tea.
No, that's what I thought.
I'd struggle.
You would definitely struggle. Because it sounds easy to just say any other drink, doesn't it? But then when you drink as much tea as you do, you're like, oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'd give up tea and I would give up No, you wouldn't give up tea. You would give up food cooked in an oven, and I would just drink water.
Yeah, because you drink
Loads of
loads.
it anyway, yeah. Okay. Second one. Would you rather move to a new city or town every week, or never be able to leave the city or town you were born in? So your options are: you move every week, or you live in Birkenhead forever and you can never leave.
I'd move to a new town or city every week.
Would you?
Yeah, because if I wanted to travel in that, say to go to Liverpool or something like that.
Oh, you can't even go to Liverpool, can you?
No, I wouldn't be able to leave Birkenhead, would I?
No. See, I thought I'd rather stay in Birkenhead forever, but then you wouldn't be able to go over the water.
No.
And I do like doing gigs in hot water and stuff.
No, but I travel to meet my mates and stuff, don't I?
Your mates would just have to come to you all the time.
Yeah, I go to New Brighton and stuff, don't I, with my friends.
Suppose you could just move for a bit as well. You could just move to a different town in the northwest every week for a bit. Oh, I don't know though. I don't like travelling or moving, or I don't know if I could. Birkenhead's so shit.
There's barely anything though, is there?
No, and there's no gigs. Well, it's my gig.
I know you've got the parks and stuff, but it's not.
I'd have to do my gig once a week.
Yeah, you would.
I don't know, what would I rather? So you'd move, do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm struggling with that one, you know.
You're like me on the first one.
Yeah, but it's more because of the idea of having to move every week. It's just a pain in the arse, but then you kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
But then, can you travel back to your own? I assume you can. If you're moving every week, I assume you can travel wherever you want. Still,
yeah.
That's not. I think I'd have to move every week as well, but I'd hate it.
I know. I mean, you'd get used to it in the end.
But I also would hate having to be in Birkenhead forever and never being able to leave.
Yeah, yeah, because you wouldn't even be able to go abroad or anything, would you?
I've literally just got back off holiday as well. I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I don't like it. Okay, I'd move every week. As much as I'm sweating.
As much as it pains you.
I'm sweating thinking about the idea of moving every week. I've got sweaty palms.
Oh.
I hate moving. I hate travelling. Hate it. When I have to get trains to places to stay for work, I hate that. It's always the worst day ever travelling. I don't know why. I'm just not. Don't enjoy it.
I don't think any of us in this family cut out for travel.
I suppose I'll have to move. I suppose it'd make me try stand up in new places as well. I was going to do gigs. So
yeah. Because that's what I thought of, when I said move every week.
I suppose you can kind of travel in it. Well, you can travel, can't you? Because you could just go on holiday for a week.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got to accept it, I think.
Yeah, I think you've got it.
As much as it's paining me. Oh, I don't like it. Okay, I'd move every week. Ooh. You would have to just learn to live with minimal stuff, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You'd have to just have 3 or 4 sets of clothes or something.
Yeah.
So you could travel light. You need to lug a big suitcase around everywhere.
Yeah.
Or just you would have to have the money to be able to just buy new stuff all the time. I didn't like that one. I picked that as well. And I hated it. Okay. Number 3. Would you rather be beautiful / handsome but stupid? So you'd be thick as pig shit. Or that's probably not a nice way to put it. You would, but neither stupid. You'd be stupid. You'd be fucking thick. Okay, that's the would you rather. I don't make the rules. Or so you. If you're upset by that though, that means that you think you're stupid. So I'm not taking the blame. Would you rather be beautiful or handsome but stupid, or intelligent but ugly? So with this one, the reason I picked this one is because I'm not either of those things. I'm not beautiful or handsome or intelligent. So I feel would it basically just be live as I'm living now, as a 5'5", bald, 31-year-old man. But I'd be smart as fuck. Or would I rather be Brad Pitt but stupid? I think I'd rather be intelligent but ugly.
Yeah, I think I would.
I'd rather be able to like. I just think being that like properly stupid, I think is hard. I don't know though, because then you're just not aware of things.
No, but I'd rather be aware of things, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, but then do you know you're stupid if you're stupid?
Mm.
If you're a stupid person, you're just like completely oblivious to things. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, in a way it is.
I feel like when you're intelligent, I think we might have touched on this before.
I think you're too aware of stuff.
Yeah, and that can be over. I don't know though. But then, like, would I be able to do? I don't think I'd be able to do my job if I was more stupid than I am now. I don't know.
It's a hard one, then, isn't it?
Yeah, but I would like to be handsome. That's so vain, isn't it? But I would quite like. I don't know. I'm going intelligent but ugly because I think I'm already ugly, and then I'll be smart. So I think I'm picking intelligent but ugly.
Yeah, I'm picking that one as well.
Look at us, progressive, in a way. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that didn't come across as progressive, but I feel like that's the progressive answer to pick. We'd just be a couple of ugly, smart people. Anyway, yeah, I suppose. I don't know, I still don't know. I'd quite like to be handsome. No, I'd rather be intelligent but ugly. Because I could just be the way I am now, but smarter. And I think that would be better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so we mentioned briefly the comedy night before, didn't we?
Yeah.
But just sort of recap, I think, the fact that we're going to slightly change the games and the punishments that we do, aren't we?
Yeah.
So instead of doing a game at the end of every episode,
it's just like once.
We're just going to do it like once a month, shoot a game and a punishment as like a separate thing that I don't know, we'll see how long the edit of it is, and then it will either go on the end of an episode or I'll put it out as a separate sort of little mini video.
Similar to what we do with the outtakes.
Yeah, but,
So
but it'll be a bit longer than that, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
We're showing a game on a punishment, especially like this month we're playing pool. So, I mean, you don't know how long that's going to be.
No.
Because it could be the longest game of pool ever, couldn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, when at the comedy night on Thursday, we're going to play pool, and that'll be the game. So we'll shoot that, and then whoever loses will have to do some sort of punishment for the winner to decide on, which I imagine, by the sounds of it, might be you. I'm not very good at pool, but I'm willing to have a crack at it. So just wants to give the comedy night another plug, really. It's on Thursday. What is the date on Thursday?
18th.
The 18th.
Yep.
You sure?
Yes.
Cool. So it's on Thursday, the 18th of May, which is this Thursday. It's at Hornblowers in Birkenhead on Market Street. It starts about 8 o'clock, so try and tell people to get there for 7:30 so you can get yourself a drink and a seat and stuff. It's usually a really good night. Last month was a bit quiet, but I think that was my fault for not advertising it very well. And then I've been on holiday this month, so God knows how that's going to go this week. But I know some of the acts this month are bringing people with them, so it should be a bit more full. You're coming, obviously. We mentioned because we'll be playing pool. It'll be the first time you've been, won't it?
Yeah, I'm coming with our Ben and his girlfriend.
How are you feeling about it?
I'm actually really excited for it.
And it's an all-female lineup, which I think's a nice one for you to see for the first time, isn't it? Got some good acts on as well, to be fair. So yeah, it should be a good night. Yeah, if you want to come down to that, it's free entry, so you don't have to spend loads of money. Drinks are dead cheap in there, and it's usually a dead good night.
Do you reckon I'll have to show my ID when I'm there, or do you reckon I'll be alright?
Mind you not drink.
I'm not, I won't be.
Exactly. And I'll just be like, she's my sister. You'll be alright. You won't be drinking anyway, so it'll be fine.
No.
So yeah, come down. Should be good. It's usually really fun. It's like my favourite night of the month. And I'm not hosting it this month, so I shall just be watching like the rest of you, which would be quite nice, I think.
Yeah.
And then something else, I can't remember what it was now. So yeah, I don't know when that'll be out. Probably so we're gonna do it at the start of next month. It'll be 4, won't it? So
yeah,
let's look at days. So that will be on the 5th of June. It will go out on with that. Oh, maybe not, but it'll be the beginning of June anyway.
Sometime then.
Yeah, once we've done a punishment as well.
Yeah.
So hopefully that new format just means that the games can be a bit more like thought through than just us doing like word association and shit.
Yeah, because it'll be easier for us if we do one every month as well, so we're not having to like stress of a game every episode.
Yeah. So we were already struggling to think that we'd only done like 2 different games, weren't we? So hopefully that's better for all of us, and it should make a better watch.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be fun. I'm quite excited to see how the pool goes on Thursday.
Yeah, same.
We'll have to get Ben to film it or something for us. And then just another plug for the social media accounts. At Sibling Rival Pod on Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. There wasn't any clips or anything put out last week because I was on holiday and I forgot, I'll be honest with you. So I was away and I was drunk a lot, yeah. But I'll make sure we get some clips out this week as well. I've been putting them on the YouTube channel, but they don't really get any views on there, so I don't know whether to just leave them on social media.
I think do you reckon it might be better on social media?
Yeah, but keep an eye out anyway. There'll be a few more clips this week at Sibling Rival Pod for them. If you want to get in touch with questions or would you rathers or anything like that, at siblingrivalpodcast@gmail.com. My social media is just Twitter and Instagram at @TomFurlong_. And
my social media on Instagram and Twitter is at @eharrison.
Come on, you can do it.
At xeharrisonx.
Cool. And then,
it took a while to say that, didn't it?
Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully this was fun for you. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I've not seen you, so it was nice to have a chat with you properly. And love you.
Love you too.
See you next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.